Excuse me. Olivia,
What?
what are you expecting from this
I'm
movie?
expecting a disappointment.
Lauren, what are you expecting from this movie?
Regret.
Rachel? What are you expecting from this movie?
Immense joy.
Same question, buddy.
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm expecting pure love. And apparently,
Sleep paralysis.
also apparently,
I'm expecting to see Brendan Fraser naked.
Hot. Personally, I had pretty low expectations for this movie, so I'd say yeah.
Were there any scenes that stood out to you in particular?
Basically, any scene where George had his shirt off, he had pretty good bod.
What'd you think of Brendan Fraser's performance?
Solid meh.
Did the costume, soundtrack, and set add to the performance or stand out at all?
I enjoyed looking at George's half-dressed body.
Okay.
Soundtrack is cringy.
How did the movie make you feel?
Confused. Loss of brain cells.
Would you watch this movie again?
No, 1 is plenty.
Rate this movie out of 10 Brendans, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best.
I gave this 2 Brendans.
Any other comments?
Lyle just yeeted a black guy number 3 off of the bridge. What are these sound effects? If George didn't have a head, he'd be hot. This is 90 minutes of a retarded monkey boy trying to just seduce a dumb blonde white chick. Shep looks like he's going to deflate. Monkey sounds like Abu from Aladdin. George's first real human appearance looks like he's from The Breakfast Club. This is some romance novel cover shit. Ursula's mom threatened to chop off George's dick. This bitch crazy. So George figured out how to mail himself to Africa. George is a male version of Olivia Cogswell with his white Nike Airs. Lauren, okay, they have a talking gorilla. I don't think they're going for accuracy. Who is narrator? How many pounds of self-tanner were used in this production? So monkeys know how to play the drums now. And this is 90 minutes of George referring to himself in the third person. That is all.
Pretty concerning, and they should have had a seizure warning.
What did you think of Brendan's performance?
I gave him a stupid disease rating.
How did this movie make you... Oh, wait, hold on. Did the costume, set, and soundtrack add to the performance or stand out?
Did not answer the question.
How did the movie make you feel?
I said, where is this going?
Would you watch this movie again?
I think the fuck not.
Rate this movie out of 10 Brendans, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best.
Did not answer.
Any other comments?
I said, why the yodels? Quirky. $5 production. Narration gay. Black people equals funny. Fuck segregation. 5 minutes in. Tired. Just saw Gorilla Mountain. Lyle gay. Lyle just killed someone. Magic fire. Magic picture. Fuck segregation. 10 minutes. Lion. Brendan. Itchy crotch. Sound effects. Get wrecked Lyle. Feverish fantasies. 15 minutes. George lick Ursula. CGI elephant.
Is that all?
Yes.
Meet your expectations.
No, it surpassed them.
Were there any scenes that stood out to you in particular?
George licking Ursula's face. I believe that was step 3.
What did you think of Brendan's performance?
Very cute. 10 out of 10. Would recommend.
Did the costumes, soundtrack, and the set add to the performance or stand out?
They made it extra special.
How did the movie make you feel?
Uncomfortable.
Would you watch this movie again?
No.
Rate this movie out of 10 Brendans, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best.
-1 million.
Any other comments?
There was a pink warthog in the beginning. It was covered in coarse black hair. Made me uncomfortable. Ursula's camera is not high quality. The guy grabbed his crotch, and Lyle is big gay. Lyle's a pansy. Footsies. Lyle just killed someone. Feverish fantasies. Shep with hearts. Racist jokes. Lion punch.
Did the movie meet your expectations?
Exceeded all.
Were there any scenes that stood out to you in particular?
Almost knew George was awesome. Everything with Lyle I despised.
What did you think of Brendan's performance?
Really hot. His bad grammar was terrible. Looks good.
Did the costumes, soundtrack, and set add to the performance or stand out?
Set was bad, and soundtrack was a bunch of cheap remakes.
How did the movie make you feel?
Strange. I retained no information.
Would you watch this movie again?
Brendan scenes only, maybe in 30 years when I have Alzheimer's and forget all about it.
Rate this movie out of 10 Brendans, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best.
10 Brendans, for sure.
Any other comments?
Opening scene gave me a new sleep paralysis demon. 1 minute and 36 seconds into the movie, I hated Lyle already. I don't believe Banya Araka is an official thing to say. White ape, never mind. Vigorous footsies, that was weird. They just get really big boo-boos, even though he fell off a 500 high bridge. 500 high? You know what I mean? It's 500 feet, in the air. He would have died. He knocks her out with a tree. Step 1 complete. After a night of feverish fantasies, step 2 complete. Apparently they have peanuts in the jungle. I don't think that's accurate. Lyle's a Nazi. They disgraced the Lion King. The final step was completed, and -4% on Rotten Tomatoes. Thank you.
Meet your expectations.
No, it far exceeded them.
Were there any scenes that stood out to you in particular?
Well, first of all, the opening seizures that happened. The threatened to cut off. What I have written here is threatened to cut off Peener when.
His Brendan Peener?
Yes. And the horse scene was very good.
What did you think of Brendan's performance?
I thought he had big facial expressions, which fit the movie very well, so I think that he did well in this role, and also I have written here in all caps, hot.
Did the costumes, soundtrack, and set add to the performance or stand out?
Yes, the music was interesting. I liked that it kept the George of the Jungle theme song that added it in. That it added it in throughout it. I actually really enjoyed that. I appreciate Half Naked George. The set was okay.
How did the movie make you feel? Would you watch this movie again?
Absolutely.
Rate this movie out of 10 Brendans, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best.
Solid 7.
Any other comments?
Hashtag seizures. Who is Lyle? We found out that he is over the hedge. You called him Lance. White ape equals racist. Brendan is a better looking Fabio. Gorilla Mountain.
You just call him
Bongo
Brandon?
Gorillas. Oops. The gorilla lips were very interesting. Sound effects, CGI. There were too many poop jokes. A gorilla speaks English. 20 black pounds of. So I meant to write 20 pounds of black leather, but instead I wrote 20 black pounds of weather. Okay. They said duty instead of shit. I'm in love with the narrator. Fucking murder. White man is racist. Lion has massive gonads. Lions and elephants in jungle. George speaks English. Knows colloquialisms.
I don't even know.
What is a colloquialism?
continue.
Tarzan wannabe butt flap. Everything speaks every language. I did not get that. George has a shark tooth around his neck. He claims it's a crocodile tooth, but we all know the truth. George, stop lying to yourself. George clearly has a large peen based on the fact that when he is not wearing any clothes, they very much want to introduce themselves to each other. There's a lot of murder plots, and there's one part where George says he is a stirring of special feelings. Did the movie meet your expectations?
No, but the ending where the gorilla sang a Frank Sinatra song really did.
Were there any scenes that stood out to you in particular?
When the two guys said, "What is it with chicks and horses anyways?" And when Ursula's mother threatened to cut off George's penis.
What did you think of Brendan's performance?
I thought it was okay. A little too zany for my tastes.
Did the costumes, soundtrack, and set add to the performance or stand out?
I liked the set. Music was very questionable.
How did the movie make you feel?
Quirky.
Would you watch this movie again?
Give it a few years, and maybe.
Rate this movie out of 10 Brendans, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best.
5 Brendans. Mostly for Brendan being there.
Any other comments?
Opening scene made me want to die. I hate Lyle. Lyle is racist. Worst CGI elephant I've ever seen. Nice Nike ad. Cool fourth wall breaking.
I wrote that.
I wrote that too.
Hi.
I just didn't say it.
Thank you, that is all.
Stop!